So the nitrogen should read non-zero value after that switch is open and the cylinder's on.
Yeah.
And this should be at a non-zero value as well. That's the air pressure.
Yeah.
The air pressure thing's up there, it's always on. So as long as that doesn't read 0, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Then we need to turn on the vacuum gauge. So under here is another, it's the same vacuum as before, and there's another switch, and you just turn it on. Okay? This is where you have to be careful, otherwise you stand a chance of blowing the fuse.
Yeah.
This is the power supply for the mercury lamp. This has to be turned on last. The surge protector is here.
Oh, okay.
There's a little button on the back, right? This should be on.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll see a little green light when it is on.
Oh.
This needs to be on first, and then you can start turning this on.
Oh,
If you do it vice versa, it'll blow this fuse.
Okay, I see.
So it's annoying, but that's the order you have to do it in. Okay, now that that's on,
Okay, so this is on?
it's not on yet.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, the next step is then to, after this is on, we turn this on. So it's this right-hand switch. You just flip it up.
Yep.
And you should see it go through this startup routine. And it'll say like ready, I think. Yeah, ready. Now the mercury lamp we haven't replaced in a while, so be patient. It will take some time to strike. Sometimes it'll strike right away, sometimes it won't. You have to sit here and wait.
Yeah.
What you do is once it says ready, you can then, and again, your nitrogen has to be on, otherwise you'll burn out your mercury lamp. You press the start button. It's right above the power switch. It'll say fire. You want to wait until that says cold, and it's blinking cold. And once it stays blinking cold, then it's warming up. But right now, oh, see, it almost lit. Okay, now it lit.
Okay, it's off.
Okay, great. We only had to try it once.
Oh, it's so fast.
Sometimes you'll have to press that start button like 8 times, so just be
Okay.
warned. So cold means it needs to warm up. So at 3:30, this will be in operating
So
temperature.
take back 50 minutes.
15 minutes is a good waiting period. It also takes 15 minutes to cool down, so just plan accordingly.
Okay.
So we'll only have about 15 minutes to do some lithography.
Okay.
351, I put a P on it for positive.
Okay. Positive.
This one's probably the cleanest of the group. So what we want to do is fill this up to 10 milliliters. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. So 10 milliliters.
Yeah, perfect.
And then in a separate beaker, you want to fill up DI water. We want to do 1 to 4, so this will be 40 milliliters. Got it too. And then you want to mix the two. Post-it notes in here. I thought I had some, but I guess I don't.
Yeah.
Always label your shit. would label your stuff.
Yeah.
So today's the 26th. Is that right? 26th? Oh my god, it's so hard to write on a chem line.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we know what we're doing here, and we're not going to leave until we clean up, but you should always label your stuff, date it, and then initialize it. Rinse this one out. Alright, so we have 2 DI waters, followed by a developer.
Yeah.
So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to develop this, I think it's like 10 seconds, and then DI water bath 1 for like 5-10 seconds, and then DI water bath 2 for like 20 seconds.
Okay.
These are to stop the developer from working. You want to essentially dilute all the developer out.
Okay.
This is pretty strong. You want to be very cautious. If you develop it too long, you'll see your whole pattern's gone.
Oh.
If you develop it slightly too long, you'll see that the features are really diminished, things don't look good. If you develop it just right, it'll be perfect. If you do a little under, you won't remove all the photoresist down to the silicon.
Oh.
And then if you deposit a film and you lift off, everything comes off.
Oh.
So there's a very fine line between like what's good and what's
Okay.
developed enough and what's developed too much. Alright, I like these towels for cutting silicon.
Yeah.
Some dirt on this.
Some dirt on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's loose, so. Yeah, this one's pretty good. The other nice part about doing it on a big wafer is you can cut out the clean pieces.
Okay.
So if you see that there's like a little thing on it, usually you can cut it out. Everyone has their own method for cutting silicon wafers. I don't prefer to put it face down. You can. Actually, I think I do prefer to put it face down. You'll get a few scratches, but if you're careful, come on. It's just like not as nice as it used to be. See, there's a little bit of asteroids on this one, but you can usually get nice uniform coated stuff. Turns out pretty nice.
Yeah. Whoa, so nice.
And this is the dust you gotta be careful with, because once that gets on the silicon surface, you're not getting it off. You can probably salvage one more piece out of this.
So this circle edge is just
Probably from the photoresist.
okay.
Okay, so we got some samples we can work with here. I don't think we need to coat another one for now.
Yeah.
These are sharp. Okay, so we got 5 samples we can work with.
Yeah.
Not bad. We're going to expose for 10 seconds and develop for 30. So this 10-second multiplier, so if we do 1 times 10 will be 10 seconds. Okay. So see this little black arrow?
Uh-huh.
That's what dictates the multiplier.
Oh.
So if we're at 10 times 10 seconds and we do 1, it'll be 10 seconds.
Okay.
So that's what we want. The next thing we do, you can also see down here, now it's telling you what the power is in watts, 195.
Mm-hmm.
So it's warmed up. So what we want to do is we want to turn on the power to the mask liner. It's this button here.
Okay.
This is where we load our mask. These two are just set screws. So they just apply pressure. Once they're loose, you can pull this out. Oh, it's okay. The mask goes on here. There's a little groove. This is what pulls the vacuum.
Yeah.
So we'll load our mask. We want the chromium side facing up. So when we flip this over, chromium side will be down.
Yeah.
And we always want chromium or the metal side to be in contact with our photoresist.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we get a gap and it's not going to come out good at all. So, we're going to use our mask. Chromium side,
Yeah.
quartz side.
Okay.
This mask is pretty dirty now, but it's the issue with doing business. Okay, so on this mask we have 2 micron diameter, 5, 10, and 8. So we want to do 5 micron just to try it.
Yeah.
So the thing about this light source is you want, to your best ability, so once you have the mask positioned, you'll press vacuum mask, and then you should be able to hold it upside down.
yeah.
I mean, put your hand under it just in case, but you want your your pattern to be as close to the center as possible. There's about a region like this where the light's very uniform, and outside of that it's not. So if you can get your pattern to be in the center, perfect.
Yeah.
For this mask, it's a little bit hard too. I'm probably gonna move it back just a little bit. So it's a little closer to the center.
Yeah.
And then you load it in, and then you can tighten it.
Hide it. Okay.
This slides out. This is where your sample goes. So we'll take one of our samples. I like to position this out, slide this in. all the way. And then you need to make sure that this small square is over your pattern.
Okay.
This is a little tricky to do. Sometimes you can see it. Oops, got caught on my glove.
Okay. So this move, this step, you need to calculate with your eyes, right? To
Yeah,
see
you
the
can
right position.
You can use the microscope, but because I cut these so small,
Okay.
and the patterns like, I usually can just see. I can see through the mask, so I can tell that it's on top of the substrate.
Okay.
So once that's in place, you want to tighten these so you can't move it. Now here's the tricky part. If you're using these type of silicon, or even if it's like 100 nanometer difference, like if you have like silicon dioxide on it or 300 nanometers, you're not going to change the position. If you're using something that's like glass or much thicker, you're going to have to change the position.
Oh.
You do that by moving this. This down here.
Okay.
Counterclockwise goes up, clockwise goes down. That'll move the whole stage. Okay? It's this knob on the bottom. You shouldn't really go... It has like a little dial if you look over here. See how it says 13? This, I think, goes up to 14, and then it resets back to 1. You don't want to go further than 1 full rotation, otherwise it'll get out of the groove and we have to take it apart.
Oh, okay.
So try to only adjust this a little bit. Like maybe go down to 10 and up to like 2, but don't go higher than that. You shouldn't really need to, because it's moving it by like millimeters.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to look through the side and see this lever here. This lever, I'll show you what the lever does with the mask removed. So as you pull this lever up, it's going to raise up. And when this is fully depressed, it should be just touching the mask. You want to apply a little pressure, but not too much. Otherwise, you'll crack your sample. So if it's not touching the mask, or it's already touching it when it's like here, that's when you adjust the stage height. This should be set up for silicon unless somebody else used something else recently. So what I do is as I'm moving this up, I look from the side and see where it's at. So let me see what's going on here. Okay, it looks like it's going to be perfect. So if you want to look through the side, and I'll show you contact. It may light up as separation, and that means this lever isn't all the way forward. So if I move this lever back, it'll say separation. So that just moves it just a tiny bit. So you won't be able to expose unless it's contact. Okay?
Yeah.
Now once we have that set up, we're positioned properly, we hit exposure. Again, make sure that your time's set right. We'll hit exposure. This will come forward. Don't look at the light. If you got glasses on, it's not that big of a deal. And after 10 seconds, it'll stop. And then we want to make sure that when we lower it, the sample comes off. So see, in this case, the sample didn't come off. No, I'm sorry, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're going to put it in the developer. And slowly rotate for 30 seconds. So let me wait till it gets to 30. And then just lightly, always keep it consistent how you like stir it. Otherwise you'll get different results each time.
Okay.
I mean, it shouldn't change that much, but like you just want to be consistent. Consistency is key in lithography. You always want to just keep the same practice. So another 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And in this DI water bath for maybe 10 seconds. This will get the most of the developer off. And then this one for maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds. This just makes sure that we're stopping the developer. So So you can already see that there's structure on there.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
So now, this is where you can lose your sample if you're not careful. Always blow across the surface.
Okay.
And you want to make sure you have a firm grip on it. It's not looking good.